about and thinking about this moment for a long time, but could it have come in a better stage, on a better field?
That's just all God. Throughout the whole process, I already kind of knew this was kind of my mindset, and my goal was to get back to week 4. Obviously, it's a special place for me, being back in New York and being back home. So I'm looking forward to the challenge.
What have the last 13 months been like for you?
It's been a roller coaster, man. Real life happened, I can go into details about everything, but I'm not. My focus is mainly, this Monday night. Looking forward to being out there with my teammates and competing again, man. I'm just grateful to be back out there.
Is there anything you have to remind yourself of taking the field, whether it's the fact that your leg's okay, or maybe you need to keep the emotions in check?
Yeah. Obviously, I'm not trying to make it, bigger than what it is. I'm just trying to stay focused and just have a even keel mindset. Obviously, I know, with the opportunity, how it's going to present itself when I get out there. But I'm just staying focused, keeping my head down, and just going to grind.
How do you feel physically? Do you feel kind of back to where you were?
Yeah, I feel good.
You're obviously very passionate about this sport. Just how hard has it been on you to sit there and watch your team play this many games?
It's been hard, man. Love the game like no other. When you lose something, that you really, really love, it takes a toll on you. So obviously mentally, had to get over that. I had to adjust, and that was just life.
How did you get over it?
Through the love and support, but not only that, just had to talk to myself mentally. Just going through it every day, being able to sit down and think about a little bit of everything as I'm at home watching games on television, hearing all the talk, all the chit chatter. Really just get my mindset. I've been preparing for so long. These whole 13 months, I've been preparing for this moment, and here we are.
How important was Jordan, if at all, in your recovery?
Oh man, Jordan was great, man. He was just, it was almost like having another teammate out there, just prepping and going through the same type of deal as far as an injury. And obviously, he tore his ACL and I tore my quad, 2 different injuries, but we were just feeding off each other, energy-wise. When he was down, I was picking him up. When I was down, he was picking me up. But we got through it together. Just to see him back out there, it's a phenomenal thing. And I know he's worked his tail off to get back out there, and to see him making plays, it's not new. You know what I mean? He was preparing for it.
You've had to rehab a lot of injuries in recent years. Other than maybe the length of this one, what was the challenges that were different this time around from other injuries?
Yeah, that's a good question. When you tear your quad, you get a lot of, built up scar tissue into your knee. So I was in a straight cast for probably about 20 plus weeks. I couldn't shit by myself. I couldn't do anything by myself. I couldn't be independent. You know what I mean? Couldn't get out the bed. Couldn't shower by myself. So you talk about being up here and then just coming down, being in a wheelchair. It's a different ball game. So mentally, I'm a lot stronger than when I was, last season before I hurt myself. But this injury, you talk about scar tissue and breaking up, that type of piece and that type of, that magnitude is different, man. I took videos on my phone just to see how painful and what I was going through. It's something I'll never forget.
You said 20, you're in a straight cast for 20 weeks.
Yeah, 20 plus weeks.
What was the feeling like when you were finally able to get back on the field and practice and things like that?
Excited. Just, opportunity of a lifetime, man. I don't take it for granted. I don't take days for granted. This injury, it didn't just teach me more about the game of football. It taught me a lot about life, what my purpose is, and just how I go about my business.
Why, you said you had sort of this game in mind for coming back. Why this week? Why this game?
Just knew it was the right opportunity. I just knew that, I was going to miss training camp. Training camp is 3 weeks, so I knew that missing that, I wasn't going to get the repetition and I wasn't going to be in shape. So I wanted to give myself 3 weeks after that just to get in shape and get some reps and continue to, battle and compete. And obviously I knew week 4 was going to be a special moment. Just being back in MetLife, special.
Just specifically playing the Giants, meeting against you still?
Nah, not really. Obviously, my pops played there. Been a fan my whole life. Just growing up. But no, it's just another game, man. Because it's the next one. Obviously, it's a huge opportunity. It is on Monday night, but the ultimate goal is just to go out there and compete and get after it.
How do you feel like this defense can be, like, once you get fully integrated back into it and things like that? How do you feel like, I guess that's all they're coming to?
I mean, I think the sky's the limit. We just continue to get better, continue to switch up looks, feed off one another. Energy is contagious, and go out there and just have fun.
We saw a very brief glimpse of what your role was potentially going to be last year when the defense got rebuilt. Do you anticipate it's going to be a similar role stepping back in this time around?
I don't know. We'll see.
It looks like we're gonna get to see you, Reek, and Devon all on the field together.
Yeah. Phenomenal. It's crazy that I'm saying that they're the young guys. The time has flew. So me being one of the older guys in the room, obviously just seeing, how much they love the game, how special they are. Ball players can make a lot of plays in the back end. And as you see, Spoon, he brings that energy. So he's a different ball game, different beast. Reek's going to do the same thing. Obviously, we have 2 shutdown corners on both sides. And just looking forward to the challenge, really.
With Spoon, what is it about his skill set that could lead him to be a great player among the teammates?
He's a very smart player. For where he is as a rookie right now, one of the smartest rookies I've been around. Excuse me. He knows the game of football. He plays it at a certain speed, and he's going to let you know about it when he does make those plays.
Was it a moment where you were able to do everything physically and like, all right, I'm back?
Yeah, I mean, obviously just coming back. Just the process of, starting to run. I remember when everybody was saying that they don't know, where I am and, what I'm doing. I would say by June I was fully running. It wasn't perfect, but I was definitely, doing my normal routine, running bleachers at my high school and, working out with JB as well and just doing sprints and working on my mechanics again. And because, I had to start over, man. You know what I mean? That's why I call it the rebuild. Like, just this whole time I had to rebuild, start from the ground up and work my way up. And I'm still, continuing to grow. I'm continuing to work on my rehab, and, it's not going to stop. It's just going to continue, so.
You posted a photo recently. It looked like it must have been pretty shortly after surgery where you were like pretty active.
Yep.
And all that. When you saw that, what was that like, just seeing your leg look like that?
I mean, it was devastating, man. Just to go down, obviously, when I did get hurt, I didn't want to get carted off. I was kind of like just in denial. Just like, why did it happen? How did it happen? Just obviously just coming off a blitz, and I planned it wrong. My foot was going left. I was going right at the speed I was going. Obviously, Russ ducked a little bit, and I twerked my body a little bit, and it snapped on me. And just getting up and knowing that it's not attached, it was devastating. And obviously, I walked off, I tried to run off as best I could, but I knew something was wrong. When I got to the sideline, I see my kneecap to the right of my knee, and obviously, they told me the news. So that was hard. That was a low moment for me, man.
Well, I think you only missed 1 or 2 games in New York in preseason. Can you make up the kind of bad run of injury luck that you've had?
I think it's just trial and error, man. Just trials and tribulations. It's just part of my story. Something that I cannot control. Athletes cannot control injuries. A lot of times, freak injuries, should we say. When you pull hammies and stuff like that, that goes down with hydration and whatnot. But when you're tearing, ACLs, you're tearing a quad or whatever the case may be, Achilles, some things just happen, man. It's out of our control. And, you just got to control what you can control. Obviously, it's not my go-to. It's not what I like to have on my name as far as injuries, but it is what it is. And it's more so just the next day, moving on. I don't hold on to the past. I just move on, and I look forward to the future.
Is there still an element of
making plays. That's my mindset.
As someone who went through this long process with Jordan, what was it like seeing him get back week one, 8 months from surgery, what he was able to accomplish?
Yep. I mean, amazing, obviously, but his mindset was right throughout the process. We not only physically got ready, we mentally prepared, and we talked about a lot of hard things, and we talked about things that could potentially happen down the future, down the line, or whatever the case may be. We were just being real with each other, man, and just keeping each other up, making sure our focus is there. Anytime we show up, it's not a lazy day. We're working. We're here to get back. Obviously, everybody else was going through off-season programs and conditioning and whatnot, while we're trying to work on our legs and get it back. So it's been a process, but where he's at right now, I'm definitely happy for him.
What's a primetime game like in that stadium?
Well, I only had probably 2 primetime games, and that's not a shot. You're gonna get the Jet fans mad at me, man. So, they're exciting. Obviously, MetLife is a special place. You know what I mean? It's just where the stars are born. I'm looking forward to going back out there and being out there. Obviously, being on the other side is going to be a little weird, but I'm looking forward to it.
Jamal, just take back. Why was it important for you not to be carted out?
I think for me, man, how I was raised through my father and my mother, just being on the football field, if you're not hurt, get up. You know what I mean? And that was always my mindset, like try to get off the field. But again, I was in denial. It just happened so quick, so soon. Wasn't prepared for it. Obviously was, going through my other injuries of the fingers and the shoulders and whatnot. When I did tear it, it was just I had to figure out a way to get off the field. I managed to do it just based off adrenaline. But it was more so just denial, man. I didn't want to get on that car. I didn't want to see everybody, just stopping and clapping for me as I go off, and I didn't want that. I just wanted the game to continue, and obviously I knew what time it was as far as myself, and going back into the locker room, seeing my family, that's where it was a tough time.
Did that journey begin there then?
Absolutely.
That when you kind of
Yeah, I would say when my family came down, and obviously getting the news, Pete came in there and everybody came in at halftime. I'm balling, and it was tough. It was tough. It was I thought about retiring. I thought about a lot of things. You know what I mean? Is this gonna be it for me? I didn't know, but I knew eventually after I got that MRI, I told myself I'm gonna be back. And I didn't know when or how, but I was gonna figure it out. And I knew that if I kept my faith and I kept the ones around me that really love and support me, I knew I could make it out.
Why was retirement about?
Just been through so much, man. Just a lot going on as far as, mentally, going through these injuries, not understanding why these things are happening to me. What am I doing wrong that is causing me, whatever the case may be. I was having all types of thoughts running through my mind. But at the time when I did tear my knee, that was definitely something that I was considering. I was considering everything at the moment. I was in a dark place. Not on anything suicidal, but definitely in a lot of dark times as far as just getting away from the game of football, getting away from people. At the time, wasn't really talking to many people, wasn't answering my phone. So you go through, real life situations in this game of football. Football teaches you life, and, everybody's human. Let's make that clear. Everybody is human, and everybody makes mistakes. Obviously, adversity hit me. It hit me real quick, and it hit me soon. And I've learned to attack it. I've learned to embrace it, and just, take my losses under the chin and rise up to the next occasion.
Jamal, that play where you got hurt, I think it was the one play you guys were able to roll out the three safeties last year before the injury happened. Just how excited are you about what you guys might be able to throw out there and do when you're getting back into this thing?
Yeah, I'm super excited, man. like I said, the sky's the limit. We have a lot of talented guys on this team, definitely on the defense, that can make a lot of plays. We have a lot of speed, a lot of power, a lot of swagger, a lot of juice. So, like I said, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be really special.
Do you feel like you still have anything to prove?
I mean, for me, I'm never out to try to prove anybody wrong. Like, all the, the articles and whatnot and what people say. I really have no time for it. I'm really just focused on what the task is at hand. Our goal as a team is to get to the Super Bowl and win it. That's been the goal since I've been here, right? So for me, I'm not out to prove anybody wrong. I'm just more so to prove myself right.
Well, you can't control what you envision what that first play is going to be like for you when you're on the field.
When I come back,
Yeah.
man, I haven't hit anybody in a long time, so I'm looking forward to it, man. I can tell you that I won't take a play for granted. I won't take a moment or a second for granted. Just to be able to, fly on a plane with my teammates is going to be big for me. Just to be able to come up here and speak is big for me. Just to be able to sit down in the seats when Pete's up here in team meetings is big for me. I wasn't able to sit down in the seat for 20-plus weeks. So, it's a real humbling experience that I went through. My mindset is a lot sharper. The details of what I've went through, nobody could honestly understand unless you've been through it. It's definitely something that I don't wish on anybody. But I made it out, and I'm just looking forward to the journey, and I'm looking forward to the season. I'm excited to be back.
Jamal, thank you.
Appreciate you.